March, typically a great time to be in the Eastern Caribbean, the Bahamas, or the Western Caribbean. But this time around, there's one really good chance of rain. We're going to talk about how that could impact your vacation in this edition of What's the Weather? Hi everyone, and welcome back to What's the Weather? I'm Brett.
I'm Sherry.
And today we are taking a trip. We aren't really.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. We're doing a forecast for the Eastern Caribbean. St. Lucia, I think we had a request for this one.
We did have a request.
And so we're also going to do Western Caribbean and the Bahamas. I just thought I'd knock it all out because I know there are a lot of cruise ships going there. But specifically, it's the middle part of March.
Yes.
What are we doing in the middle of March?
We have spring break.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing yet. But we do have a spring break forecast that you can find on our channel. And it goes to South Padre Island, Las Vegas, Destin, and Disney World.
And Disneyland.
So there's all kinds of things. That's on a different video. So today we're gonna do a couple of things here. You've got the suggestion.
I have a suggestion.
Can't wait to see this.
Well.
And then I'm going to do the forecast for all of those destinations. All right, so what's the suggestion?
Well, first of all, before I give the suggestion, I'm going to take my own advice on the suggestion because we've never been on an all-inclusive. When we vacation, we are very active.
We will wear you out.
We need a vacation from our vacation. That's what everybody
I know
says.
a lot of people say that.
And nobody wants to go on vacation with us because they're exhausted.
Yeah, we back it.
We do. So for us, an all-inclusive to go and really do nothing, that has never really appealed to me. I like a beach, but after day 2, I'm kind of done if I'm not doing something. So we've never really scheduled one. So it's on our list.
Yeah.
We need to do one.
Okay.
Now, having said that, as I'm looking into tips for this, what I have found and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the resort that fits us because we are more active and we would like things that would be included. So I would want our all-inclusive to include kayaking and like beach things and maybe even tours of different places. So that's one of the things. Find out what you like to do on your vacation and find a resort that matches that. That is my first suggestion.
So not just sitting on a beach and eating at night.
No,
sleeping.
Because I think all of them have that.
Yeah.
But if you want something extra, if you want spa treatments included, find one that has spa treatments included. So that's kind of my first tip. Then the second tip that one of my good friends who does go on a few of these, so she says, you have to try new foods. Try exotic things that you normally wouldn't try.
Oh, like goat cheese?
That's such a good story.
I tried that once.
He was not a fan.
It was back when Disney used to do the appetizers. I said, bring me the goat cheese. And then after I got it, I was like, what is this awful food?
We're not a fan of goat cheese. And 20 years later, we still joke about it.
I'm sure lots of folks love goat cheese.
I think that is a great lesson that if you have it available, you should definitely try it. Try the local cuisine, try new things, try new drinks, try new activities. If you haven't, tried, I don't know, something that you've always wanted to.
Horseback riding,
do it. Oh, we would do horseback riding. That would be fun. See, that's an active thing. Also, if you have it available, I would suggest doing local things because we like to do local things. If there's a historic element, if there's a cave tour, if there are cenotes, if there's like any activity that isn't available or at your disposal, but find out, if it's extra or if it's included in the price because that could make a difference. If you do these extra things, make sure that you take cash so that you have that on hand for tipping. Some resorts I've found are tip-free. Everything's included, so they don't want you to tip. But in other instances, I think it's always good to have cash on hand just in case. And the final suggestion that I'm going to definitely abide by when we do take our trip is to take a insulated glass. In fact, I think if you could find one at the resort that had the name, it would be a great souvenir that you could just get it and take it. But definitely it will keep your drinks nice and cold while you're sitting on the beach, relaxing and doing the relaxing part of it, and you'll just have it with you. So those are my suggestions. Hopefully one day soon we'll be able to do an all-inclusive.
One day soon, yes. These suggestions will be available on our Facebook page.
Yes. Yep, I'll put that up there.
What's the weather?
And if you've been on an all-inclusive and you have a suggestion for me as I'm researching, please drop that in the comments, because I would love to know as I start this adventure of looking for one.
For an all-inclusive. All right. So you, like me, are finding out today that we're going on an all-inclusive in the future. Now the work begins. Where are we going?
I don't know.
Before I get to the forecast, I'd like to thank everyone for watching and urge you to subscribe to this channel if you're going on any vacations. You can also comment below, give us an idea of where you're going, and we will do a specific forecast tailored toward that location for that specific time. Of course, we are using the LESAC recurring cycle weather pattern theory, or the long-range cycling weather pattern theory, and that powers the Global Predictor app, and you can get more forecasts by downloading that app. All right, so let's put the LRC into practice here. And here's what we mean by using the forecast based on the LRC. First, you have to know that every fall or autumn, the weather pattern begins to set up. It's new and unique. And once it sets up, it begins to cycle. So in this instance, I want to show you how we came to get this forecast for those locations. We're going to be looking at the Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, and the Bahamas. So how do we do that? Well, we're looking at past weather cycles, and we know that those will be repeating. So take a look here at mid-November. There's a big storm in the southwestern part of the United States, and there's a big high pressure system anchored over the Caribbean. Now, if you fast forward about 6 weeks later in late December, a similar weather pattern developed. You have a storm in the middle part of the country, you have a big area of high pressure anchored over the Caribbean. All right, so this time around, as we get into March, especially earlier March, it looks like you've got that big area of high pressure and some very nice weather. It's the storm system in the western part of the United States and in the central part of the United States that moves into the Caribbean at the start of this time frame. So we're looking at March 18th to about March 25th. So let's first, though, take a look at what it's typically like in the Caribbean, the Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean, and the Bahamas this time of the year. You're looking at typically average highs, upper 70s, and average morning lows around 76. There's very little change from the morning to the afternoon. That means really consistent weather throughout the day. Brief rain showers are possible, but in this instance, we're going to highlight some higher rain chances because of that storm system. Light trade winds are also present this time of the year in March in the Eastern Caribbean through the Bahamas and the Western Caribbean. Abundant sunshine is common, thus you don't have much of a temperature change. All right, we know a lot of cruise ships make stops at Roatan, Honduras, and it's not just one day, it's all week. So let's take a look at Honduras, Roatan, for instance, on March 19th and 20th. Remember, I pointed out that storm was moving from the central or western part of the United States into the Caribbean right around that time frame. So the best chance of rain in Honduras is going to be around the 19th and the 20th with temperatures in the lower 80s. Now, we'll go to the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. You've got really nice weather if your cruise ship is stopping at Roatan in any of those dates. 83 degrees, breezy southeast winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, and just really pleasant weather. March 24th and 25th, it's a continuation of that really nice weather. Remember, that storm system has moved through in the earlier part of that period, and so now you're getting back to some fantastic weather. All right, so Costa Maya has about the same kind of setup here. We've got 88 degrees on March 20th and 21st, and even the 19th for that matter, and a 50% chance of rain with high temperatures in the upper 80s. So it's warm, it's humid. I think some of this is owed to the fact that the storm system is moving away. You'll have more of an onshore breeze, and that could kick up some scattered showers and thunderstorms in that region. So let's visit a day-by-day breakdown for Costa Maya starting on March 19th. And I have the highest chance of rain in Costa Maya on March 19th, and that is because that storm system is essentially moving through the Western Caribbean on that date. 84 degrees, but an 80% chance of rain. Keep that in mind. If you have an excursion planned to see one of the Mayan ruins, it could be raining for a few hours during that trip. Thursday, Friday, March 20th, 21st, still a chance of rain, but it's warmer with high temperatures in the upper 80s. As I said, the weekend looks the best, 22nd, 23rd. If you're at Costa Maya over the weekend, you've got some fantastic weather. Temperature around 88 degrees and just a 20% chance of rain. And then Monday and Tuesday, you're looking at Yeah, some scattered showers. Not a washout by any means. Temperatures right around 87 degrees. All right, now we're going to go over to the Eastern Caribbean. We're looking at the Leeward Islands, St. Lucia. We had a request for this forecast, so we are going to look at March 19th to 25th in St. Lucia. Arriving in St. Lucia on March 19th, it looks fantastic. A mix of sun and clouds, temperature around 84 degrees, and just a 20% chance of rain. Chances of rain in the Leeward Islands in March, there just aren't many. And we'll find a couple here. I did throw in one on the 19th, 20th for maybe an isolated shower. I think that's more so on the 20th with a temperature around 84 degrees. And on March 21st, there's also a chance for maybe an isolated shower, brief shower with a temperature around 83. So by no means, not a washout, would not cancel any plans. Looks like you'll have some fantastic beach time. Southeast winds, breezy at times. Those light trade winds just look fantastic. March 23rd, 24th, and 25th look absolutely delightful on the island. Should be probably the best 3 days of your all-inclusive vacation at St. Lucia. We'll also include Antigua and Barbuda, pretty much the same, except I'm going to throw in a rain chance on March 22nd and 24th, and it's a higher rain chance, about a 50% chance of rain, as that storm system that we talked about in the Western Caribbean around the 19th and 20th moves overhead between the 22nd and 24th, so it offers up a better chance of rain. And I think we'll find similar conditions at Dominica, temperatures in the lower 80s, but you've got a southeast wind and a 40% chance of rain on the 22nd and on the 25th. Now we're going to switch gears and go back to the Western Caribbean, and of course, we're looking at Cozumel. And of course, if we had the storm system moving into the Western Caribbean on the 19th and the 20th, and you're in Cozumel on March 19th or 20th, there's going to be a higher chance of rain than climatologically what they would typically see. So an 80% chance of rain in Cozumel on March 19th and 20th, and a cooler high around 81 degrees. Friday and Saturday, we still have some leftover chances for some rain as that big area of low pressure moves through now the Caribbean toward and closer to the Bahamas and the Eastern Caribbean. So a 50% chance of rain and a high temperature around 81. Best time to be in Cozumel is going to be Monday and Tuesday, March 24th and 25th. So if your cruise ship is stopping in Cozumel on those 2 days, you've got some fantastic weather. All right, if you've got a cruise that's headed to Nassau in the Bahamas, well, really nice in the Bahamas. It typically is in March. And just take a look at this forecast here. Your cruise ship is stopping at Nassau either Wednesday and Thursday. That storm systems in the Western Caribbean, the Bahamas are pretty nice. 76 degrees for the high. Friday, 76 degrees with mostly sunny skies. The storm system does increase the clouds in the Bahamas over the weekend, but it's still quite nice with a high temperature around 76. And then Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at a 20% chance of rain and a high temperature right around 76 degrees. So I hope these forecasts help you plan. Remember, put the comments below where you're going on vacation, and we will do a forecast tailored for you. Otherwise, you can always share this forecast with anyone you want. Help them also plan their vacation. All right, anyway, thanks for watching What's the Weather? And as we always say, if you've got a comment, got a suggestion for Sherry to have a suggestion, put it in the comment below. And subscribe.
Like.
Share.
Share.
That's the most important thing. Sharing is caring. It's so true.
It is.
Thanks for watching this edition of What's the Weather? And until next time, have a happy vacation.